Happy Saturday, everybody. Welcome back in to Venting with Us with your girl, Krista. I hope you guys had an amazing week. It was one of those weeks where it was just like, oh my God, is the week gonna be over? But I had so much to do. I got so much done. I'm very, very excited. I hope everybody had just as an exciting or productive week. And so have you ever woken up and just said to yourself, like, I'm living somebody else's life because when I fantasize in my head of what I should be doing, it is not this. Like, when am I going to get myself out of this nightmare? When is it going to end? When is it going to end? That's exactly how I felt this week. I was like, I don't know. I think I'm living somebody else's dream because this is not mine. Mine's includes a beach and just chilling and drinking a lot of Bahama Mamas. I don't know. I have no idea. So if you guys live in New York and you guys live out in Long Island, I'm very, very happy and excited. Now, okay, look. I know what some people are going to say because they're going to be like, I do not like Bethany Frankel. Now you guys know I love B. I love her to death. I am very, very, very excited that her supermodel store is finally here. Like, she honestly, at the end of the day, you guys can say whatever you want to say, okay? And I get it. I have seen both sides, okay? Because when the whole thing, especially with Bad Bunny, came out, I was not on his side. I was not. I was like, we could have said this. We could have, maybe she needed to be, she didn't understand. And I think I said that on one of the shows. I'm not sure. But the reason I love Bethany Frankel so much is because she is an inspiration, regardless of what people want to say. Like, that girl, she wanted to be an actress, and I'll give you a few examples. Okay. We have a very exciting show, so I don't want to hold that up. But she wanted to be an actress in her early years. It didn't pan out. She didn't think that she was going to do acting, right? But she was always this hustler, always trying to go. She had a dream about opening up a little bakery store or, for, dieting and all of that stuff. And I remember it on the show. I've said it, and I know I've said it on here. And that didn't pan out, and it was failure after failure after failure. And you know what? The girl just kept going. She had her talk show. That didn't pan out. It was good. I don't know. Like, she just got canceled. Talk shows are very, very hard. It's very, very exhausting. And FYI side note, I cannot believe that. Like, I do love Khloe Kardashian, but she is trying to do so much, and I don't think that this is going to work out for her either. But I'm not talking about Khloe. So we are talking about Bethany Frankel. I just thought of it right now. But my point, though, to this is that as she's gotten older, okay, beautiful, she has proven in this industry you can be at a level of age, okay, because I don't think that Bethany is old. I know people I think she's in her late 40s or something like that, or maybe early 40s. I'm not sure exactly how old is she. I might be like making her younger than what she is, but she looks great regardless of what. Even if she's in her 50s, like, whatever the case is, like, she still looks fucking fabulous for someone who does not work out. Oh, which, by the way, side note, I'm doing good on my diet. I know shit. I hate when I go somewhere and I forget to do something, and I went and because I'm redoing my bathroom, and I so forgot, like, all of these things. I'm sorry. Anyways, there goes my my ADHD. But as an older woman, she's doing it. Like, she's she's walking down runways. She did finally get to fulfill her dream as an actress. And regardless of what, even if you do Lifetime, which I've always said that I wanted to do Lifetime because I do love those like theatrical like movies and whatnot. I do want to do kind of like a spin-off of Cara Brunette comedy show. That's kind of like where I'm headed in, which is why my videos gear up to all of that. Um, but and now she has her store, which is out in East Quogue out here in New York, which is only 20 minutes away from me. I'm so excited. I have to definitely like, maybe I might do that tomorrow. I don't know the store hours yet. I checked out. A lot of people have done reviews already. And, I don't like to go by them because they, will say, oh yeah, I love it, blah, blah, blah. I want to check it out for myself. But I have tried the Skinny Girl line with the wines. Some of them I did not like. I did like the sangria. That I was a huge fan of that one, and the margarita. So the other ones, it wasn't kind of my zhuzh, but that is also what my palate is. But I'm very excited about this. I cannot wait. There's this, see, here's the thing. My mouth is watering just thinking about it. They have this cottage cheese bagel that everyone's raving about right now, and I want to try it so bad, but it's bread, and I am on a no-carb diet, which I guess I can have it because I had a croissant earlier today, so I kind of already like broke my my bread thing, right? Whatever. It's what it is. But I am very excited. I got to figure out who wants to go with me. If not, I'll go by myself. It is what it is. But I'm very excited about this. I love her so much. I'm so excited for her. Oh my God. It would be my dream for her to try my empanadas. I've been saying this forever. Bethany, try my empanadas. I know you would like them. They're very fattening though. So I don't know if she would dig all of that. But, you never know. She may be like, you know what? This is really good. It's not something that I would eat on a regular, but I know, people, whatever, like you should really like pitch it to them. And then we would, go forward with that. And I could be the girl that was like, I sent it to Bethany Frankel and she gave it an A plus 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 plus, right? And now I'm selling it all over the world. And I'm on the beach. Relaxing, living the dream that I want to dream. See, I'm envisioning myself on the beach right now. Oh, I just have so many things that I want to accomplish. But like I said, like she gives me hope that it doesn't matter how old you are, things can happen and your dreams can still come true. Okay? Don't give up, guys. Don't give up. Okay. Are you ready for today's little chisme? All right, come in, chismes. Come in, my little chismosas. I have the best story for you today. Okay, so I don't know if you guys have seen the movie. And this all really started because I was watching a movie and I was bored, and I watched this movie called Queenpin. And Queenpin. Yeah, Queenpin. I'm sorry. Yeah. And I was like, what is this? Like coupons? What are you talking about? Actually speaking about living the dream. So let me set you up. So Queenpin, the coupon scan was this huge thing. I have no idea how it went over me on this one, because though I don't like to really watch the news, I kind of skim through the news, right? But I also like the cheese menus. So, and this might be because Wendy Williams is no longer on the air too. But I'm watching this movie and I'm like, what? So let me set it up, and I'm going to give you both the versions of what the movie made it out to seem and what the real life story is about. It's about this woman named Robin. And Robin lives in I believe it's Idaho. And she's just a normal housewife who takes her kids to school every single day, doesn't work, cuts out coupons like a regular, like kind of, I guess, like that suburban mom would do. I don't know. I've never been, I hate coupons. I legit hate coupons. I am not a coupon person. Every now and then, though, I will say, because I go to the certain stores a lot, if there are coupons, the girls that know me, they're like, "Girl, I'm gonna give you this coupon. It's like discounted off." I'm like, "Yes, okay, thank you," and that's how usually I end up with coupons. So Robin one day goes to the supermarket, and she has this thing of coupons, right? And she's having a conversation with the cashier. And the cashier um, gives her, she ends up saving all of this money. And he is kind of irritated by her because he considers her as like the coupon queen lady. And she's very annoying. She always has like mad coupons. And by the way, I just want to let you guys know that there is a show. I don't think it's on anymore, but you could definitely watch the reruns. And it's called um, Coupon. What is it? Mm. Coupon explosion or something like that. Obsession of coupons. Obsession. Yeah, I think it's like something like that. You can Google it, and then it's basically about a bunch of people that have this drive of coupons and saving, and they buy like 20 different fucking Cheerios to get X amount off and whatnot. So yeah, you could definitely like Google it, but this is a true like show that they have. And I've only seen bits and pieces of it. That's the only reason why I know about it. So Robin, we're gonna keep going. So Robin, right, goes home, and it clicks with her. She comes up with this light bulb because she has this she is one of these people, just like the show, the coupon show that I was just telling you about, where and there goes my nail on while we're while we're filming. My nail just popped off. Great. That's such great. We're just gonna be one nailless horror over here. Um, um it's that adrenaline rush. So every time she gets these coupons, she gets this drive for it, right? And she's like, "Oh my God, I saved this amount." Her like literally like her groceries could be at $100, and with all her coupons, she could be at like $14. Like it's crazy. It's like that serious how these people do it. And she gets home and she starts thinking about, like, she wants a better life for her, if she had more money, if just, all of these things, if she could just do, if it was possible. She ends up printing off this dog coupon in the machine. She goes to the pet store, and she uses the coupon. The coupon ends up working. And she's so excited about the coupon, right? Which this is actually in the movie, this whole entire scene. And the cashier tells her, he's like, if you grovel enough, all of these big companies, they will send you coupons to get free stuff. So she's like, really? And he's like, yeah, everybody kind of knows that. I didn't even know that. Okay. Tells you a lot. So she now starts plotting how to get all of these free coupons. So she starts off with the dog company, and she calls them. She's like, "Oh, I bought your dog food, and the dog food made my dog sick. Oh my God." And she tells them this story. they go ahead and sends her a coupon that for whatever the amount of money is, $70, you get it for free, this bag of free dog food. So now she starts figuring out, okay, if I can get all of these coupons for free, how can I get more and make more money off of it? Right? She starts going on her laptop. She starts to look for printers that are not traceable. So not like Canon, not like Apple, not like any of these big ones. She starts looking outside of the country for a printer that she can be able to use this. Lord and behold, she finds a printer. It's an actual factory where they make copies of these coupons. It was legit. To this day, they will not tell anybody the address and the location because it was the factory that she got that printed all of these coupons for her were so good that the SKU bars were so they matched perfectly. Like there was no way. So when she called all these companies and got all these free coupons. She had the other company print all of these coupons out. She actually tested them out in different locations to make sure that the coupons actually worked. So she would go out of state. She would go, to her local, testing out all of the coupons, right? Now, bling, this light bulb goes off. She's like, okay, I'm going to make a business about this. She comes up with this business called savvycoupons.com. And now she's running a whole business off of fraudulent coupons that are not real, and she's selling them off the internet. And she is making over $300,000 a month doing this. It got so massive that she literally had to get 2 extra people. One of them was a doctor, and then the other one was a retired school teacher. And they started helping her get money for the business. So I said to myself, but how did the companies didn't notice? And as I'm saying this is how they explain it to me. So, of course, in the documentary, you guys can watch this on YouTube if you want to watch it. Basically, the way the coupon industry works is when a customer goes to the supermarket and they use a coupon, right? At the end of the shift, the managers collect all of the coupons. The coupons go into an envelope, right? And they don't send this envelope out until the end of the month. By that point, the product has been taken off the shelf. It's already been distributed. There's nothing you could do. They take that envelope, then they send it over to the manufacturer, to the company. By the time the company gets it and actually starts looking to review if the coupons are fake or not, there's nothing that they can really do. But because they have to now pay the supermarket, they pay them a percentage, and usually it's about 15% for using the coupon, they end up having a loss. So they're not making any money, but the supermarkets are still banking because at the end of the day, it's like the coupon wasn't fraudulent, but it was fraudulent, if that makes sense. So all of a sudden, P&G, Hershey, Pepsi, they started noticing now this is a couple of years that she's doing this, they start noticing they're losing profit and they cannot figure out why. So they're like, it can't be the coupons. It can't. And so they start rummaging and they're looking. And again, because her coupon printing machine was so good, it was hard to spot check all of these fraudulent coupons. Now, here's kind of where it gets tricky. So as all of the companies are now, their profit is sinking and they're trying to figure out how they can get this fraudulent, under control. Here is Robin banking, right? And again, she's making over $300,000 a month on this. And people are happy, right? And they're getting free stuff. It's going smooth. She's been doing this for a couple of years. Now, here's the problem. All the money that she's making, it's kind of considered laundering. Now, you know what happens if you know about laundering, it's not clean money. So you gotta like purchase all of these things. She ends up buying all of these cars. She buys a boat. She buys so many things to be able to sell it and to be able to get the money. So that way it's legit money. P&G at this point are fuming because they're like, we got to get this under control. We got to start an investigation of how to like crack down all of this fraudulent coupons. Well, Robin was smart, and she was not that smart, and she was very, very spiteful. Let me just tell you. Then this is where I always say, when your ego gets too high, this is when you make mistakes, and you gotta like make sure that you stay humble. Even if you're doing a crime, you gotta stay humble. So P&G, they say, you know what? All right, let's look into all of this stuff, like let's go to the supermarkets. Let's start from here. So they end up doing an investigation. They find out about the savvycoupon.com business, and which is where a lot of the majority of, obviously, where all the coupons are coming from. Now, Robin, so now P&G flies over into Idaho. Again, I think it's Idaho or Ohio. And they go to the police and they're like, look, this is what's happening. And these coupons are fraudulent. Now the cops are like, really? Coupons? Like, I'm gonna do an investigation on coupons. It's fucking coupons, it's not a big deal. It's coupons. And they were like, no, you don't understand. So now the police start doing an investigation, and they start looking into savvy.com, right? Savvycoupon.com. And they find out that Robin over here, though she's making bank, right? She also is spiteful because all the people that have complained, she has made a list of people with their photos and their addresses of like the people that hated her business. So she was doing out of spite. Like she had like a list of people on there. So the police officers and P&G investigators were like, well, if we can't figure this part about it, right? Why don't we call these people and see exactly, their scoop on this? And sure enough, they get a hold of a couple of people and they tell them like, no, we're getting these coupons off from this site. We are spending X amount of dollars on these coupons and they're free. We get a shitload of free stuff. So now they put two and two together, right? And of course, now the FBI is all involved, and they always come early in the morning and they catch Robin, and they get the other two girls, right? And they end up stumbling upon $40 million worth of coupons. I know. I was like, what? Holy shit. Yes, $40 million. I said that number right, okay? I'm going to say it one more time so that you guys know what the number is. $40 million worth of coupons, okay? And they end up, the two girls that she hired, they end up taking a plea. So they were rat-a-tat-tat probably. And they were like, No, listen, she said she was gonna give us a cut. We did this, yes, and this is how whatever it was, allegedly. And they ended up getting probation. Now, Robin, because she was the mastermind behind this whole entire coupon scam, she ended up serving 2 years, which I thought honestly was pretty damn good because she was looking at 40. So she was matching her coupon millions. Okay. Now, in the movie, if you guys want to watch it, it's with Kristen Bell. It's an amazing, it's so funny. It's a comedy if you like comedies. What channel did I if you have Prime, it's on Prime. But I'm sure you can watch it anywhere else. But in the movie, she actually has a husband. The real Robin did not have a husband. Um, I think they were divorced technically because she was just living in the house by herself. And it's so funny because there's one part where the investigators are interrogating the husband, and they were like, "I don't understand how is it this got like." How you could have gotten away with this and you are not a part of this. He's like, you're an IRS agent. Like, this is your field. How did you not know? And the guy goes, we have separate bank accounts, which is what I would have said. I'm like, this is why we have separate bank accounts. I can't get entangled with all this bullshit here. No. So if you guys want to watch this movie, you can watch it. It's called Queenpin, the coupon scandal. You can watch it on Prime. It's with Kristen Bell, as I said again. Great cast, great movie. And if you want to see the documentary, it is on YouTube. It took me a little bit of a digging, but you can see a couple of them in there, whichever one you want to watch. So next week, we're going to talk about, if I told you about a woman named Tanya and her story about 9/11, coming, telling her experience to people, being on the news, being the number one person, the spokesperson of survivors. She lost her husband in the 9/11 building. Her arm was almost decapitated while she was inside the building. She was the only survivor on her floor. We're going to get into that story next week. Now, whether or not was this story actually true or was it not true is what we're going to talk about next week. All right, guys. I hope you had a wonderful episode with me. I am loving my space this day. I'm having a good vibe. Boop, 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 boop. Yeah. I love you guys as always. I'll see you next week and we'll continue the 9/11 with Tanya. Bye.